scratch out.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello. All
It's
right,
game go time.
It is go game go time. We're going to take a look at the new video from Intellivision for Breakout.
Breakout.
I like how the selection to play is Voyage.
Or is it Voyage?
Voyage.
And Options. Of course, you know, Pete would say breakout. I love playing breakout.
Back here again, and this time I want to show you a little bit of Breakout by Atari, right? This one's going to be fun.
And how did you like the?
It is. Check it out.
How did you like the sample that they had already gave us?
Okay,
I liked it a lot.
In this one, because
the demo.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot more to it than just that, right?
Our friends from Choice Provision.
I think so.
Absolutely incredible developer. If you've ever played any
this over.
games,
it is a 2-player.
I mean, look at that. That is none of what we've already seen.
Oh yeah, no, we didn't see any of these these multiple.
So you have 33 levels to start, I suppose.
I guess it looked like they were in the 60s or 70s there at the very bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy this. We're going to show some single player and some co-op as well.
Hey, Retro Bro showed up.
And look at this, man. That's 3. Now they got 3 showing up.
Yeah, I really like the visuals. This is what I would expect Breakout to look like today.
Yeah, it's retro enough, yet has some obviously some great colors, great effects. The music is cool because it goes along with the action that's on the screen. It's very rhythmic. Yeah, I like how the tail changes too. I love that. What we're seeing so far is a lot of what we've seen in the demo that we've had. The intensity of the music changes too, I do believe, right?
I don't know.
Or is that just rhythmically the sound effects that make it seem more dynamic?
I don't know. I'm trying to listen and see if anything changes with the music.
Look at that. Boom.
Yeah, we got Retro Bro, DJ C, Michael Garvey all here.
Is the logo different than it was before, or is that the way it was?
I think it's new.
I do too. I do too.
Yeah, the music in this is pretty cool.
So if there's, as we mentioned before, I think if there's one cool thing about, you know, however you want to look at it, about this COVID thing, you know, it's really gave them a chance to take a look and review some of the responses to the games.
Oh, yeah.
And to have some time to try some new things.
Yeah, they're going to have plenty of time to adjust any of their day one games. That's for sure.
Yeah. Ooh, they're getting down to the nitty gritty there. Ooh. Oh.
Here's my question. I'm trying to figure out the scoring. So I think the scoring is a big deal since this is a high score chaser.
Well,
I know for every hit, it adds to your combo. Mm-hmm. And once you lose a ball, your combo's gone. You start over.
Mm-hmm. Here's 2-player. Looks like 2-player here.
I'm hoping personally that there's maybe some other aspects of scoring as well, because it's kind of like a shooter in a way. And I've seen some shooters where if you hit enough things a certain amount of time, your combo grows and grows, and then once you take too long, your combo goes away.
Now, do you think that the top can only come down so far, or can they both go all the way up and all the way to top and bottom?
The paddles?
Yeah,
I would think they'd go all the way up top. And
I would think so too. Okay, it does look like it, but they weren't. I just was. No, oh yeah, there you go. And one's to the front and one's to the back. How does that determined? I wonder.
Oh yeah, they're flipping. Yeah, one's in front. Yeah. What's going on there?
I don't know.
Oh, I see. When they pass each other.
Oh, when they pass,
they go in front.
That's smart.
Oh, that's interesting. I guess that's the way of stealing points. I guess
that's what I'm thinking. I always love that. Out of balls. You out of balls? Don't be busting my balls. Like you can't even bust my balls. I'm out of balls.
There's a cool level here coming up. I've watched this level right here. Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that. It's the old adventure.
Yeah, that's why I was like, these are icons from some of the old games, right?
Yeah, this is the Adventure Dragon.
Oh wow.
I think they have the bridge. And what was the last one? Was it the Chalice?
I think so. Yeah, it's really neat that they can make up any kind of, any kind of structure out of these blocks.
Yeah.
All I know is that sometimes I'd get to the breakout position and I'm like, yes. And then the score comes up and it's 16,000. I'm like, wait a minute.
I wonder if there's going to be any kind of score bonus for finishing quicker, like a time bonus.
Yeah, you would think that would be the bonus because
nothing is shown, but Tommy did say this is still in progress or not. I think he said it's pretty early too. So I guess they have a lot of work still to go.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Oh, Michael Garvey said it's on a track. I guess the paddles are on a track.
Okay.
I'm just curious about that real quick.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, we're back here again, and this time
the colors are great.
A little bit
this time the menu looks like it's skewed more, like tilted more than the last video. What the heck's going on there?
I don't know.
Doesn't it look? The last one looked like it was almost flat. This one's back to where we've noticed it before.
Yeah, to what we were talking about before. We're like, well.
Oh, hey, look. Oh, okay. So you can adjust the volume, the sound, and then effects. I wonder exactly what that does.
That probably. I don't know if that gives you bigger effects. Good gosh. The one effect.
Maybe it allows you to scale it back in case it's
too intense.
Yeah, too intense and hard for you to follow the action. Because sometimes it is kind of hard to follow, but it kind of is. All right, now look at the bottom. How many there are? 50s, 60s.
Wow. Holy crap! And it goes further down.
Yeah, I saw at least 69. But it looks like
that's 69.
That's where you leave.
I just meant that's a lot of screens. Just a lot of screens.
Oh, this game is sold Michael Garvey. He's getting an Amico after this. I got the sliding door next to me. I'm looking out there and it just looks like a mess.
Yeah.
And there's actually like ice coming inside under the sliding door. That's how cold it is here.
That's happening with our panes upstairs. It's crazy.
It's nuts. It's so cold.
Yeah, it is cold. It's like winter just held off, and now it's like, okay, I'm here.
Oh, at 7:30 this morning, our smoke detectors all went off.
Oh no!
It took like half an hour to figure out how to turn them off. God, it was bad.
Oh hell! DJC's here.
Yes. Yeah, Michael Garvey brings up an interesting point. You think any of these games are going to have free DLC where they add levels? This would be a perfect one to add levels.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know if they will because of how cheap the games are, or if they'll just do a sequel, or if we will see the free DLC.
Right.
It's something interesting to think about.
Because, I mean, this is one where you're like, oh, we did those characters. We did those icons on the levels. We ought to do, you know, and then somebody comes up with one later and you're like, oh, I wish we would have done that.
This will be this will definitely be a good game for their leaderboards that they're going to have.
Well, and let's face it, maybe since there's so many more slots there, maybe that's what those are going to be. You know, maybe those aren't just all win slots. Maybe those are all, a bunch of those might be DLCs.
George Games says custom-made levels you can share with others. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we know there's not going to be any internet like co-op play, but there is internet, there is Wi-Fi, so that would be a possibility. Well, I guess you'd have to have I don't know if you'd have the server set up. I'm not sure if they want to.
Did you see this one?
I like that you can shoot back.
Using my Xbox Series S money to get an Amico.
Hey, yeah, maybe Intellivision could do a level for each of our logos.
Oh, now you're talking. Now you're talking. Oh man, that's some brilliant stuff. And then like I say, back to the music too. Music is great. I love how the tails, the trails of the ball change. I've always loved that.
So yeah, Mike was saying that these paddles are on tracks. It looks like you can shift your track because they're moving from front to back without crossing. So I guess there's a button you can use to go further. That's interesting.
Yeah, so you can like jump out, like you said, you can jump out ahead. I don't know, man.
Yeah. I see that the green one's going forward here a couple of times. And the pink one just went forward, and they didn't cross.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And were they both just forward there?
Yeah. I know exactly where it is.
You know, I don't know. It's kind of crazy.
Thank you, though. Bye.
DJC logo would be great final level setup pattern.
Yeah, you could be the final boss, DJC.
Michael Garvey says like Mario Maker. This game would never get old.
Yeah, Rab mentioned about using the Amico Club app to share your custom levels. That would be cool.
It says, no, the track has the res. What is this here? Has the res top of the screen back, and it crosses to front at the bottom of the screen. The other paddle is reverse.
I'm not sure if I understand.
I don't know if I understand that. I'm glad you said that. Makes me feel better.
Does Michael Garvey understand? That's the question.
Hey, look, I said it. I don't have to understand it.
Okay. Rab's asking for a translator, so I guess we're not the only ones.
Hey, Lance, how's it going, man? So yeah, this is great. See, there you go. You have the lightnings. I love the lightnings. And it looked like they had green lightning and purple lightning. I just think the colors are brilliant.
Yeah, I really hope there's a bonus for a time bonus for how quick you finish. And I wouldn't mind seeing maybe a second way to score other than just that major combo.
Yeah.
Because wasn't it weird when you played this and you like set your high score? I think Snestastic Pete had the exact same score as you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is weird, I guess, because you guys just finished the entire level with
tons of
combo. Yeah.
Yeah, tons of combos. I think that's where it is, man. That's where it's at.
That's where the action is at.
That's that's one of the worst grammatical errors of all time. Where are you at? I don't know. Why do you spend time saying at?
Mike says to go watch Papa Pete's video and see the track.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Papa Pete will teach.
Yeah, so it seems like everyone is pretty excited about this.
Yeah.
Including, like I said, the only thing I like to see is some more ways to score to make it really interesting, which they might be doing. Who knows? Because they're
right.
It certainly isn't the final product.
Is that the missile icon up there? Is that one? Is that what that is? The burst up there? Is that the missile that icon?
Let's see if we'll find. I can't remember if we saw. Oh, here we go. There we go.
Yeah, it is the missile that goes through it. It goes through multi-levels.
Oh, wow.
Which is what they use here soon. Yeah, see, there's green lightning. See, Thor likes lightning. I love that stuff. I also like that you can tell this is some good real play because, you know, at some point it gets so crazy that you do rely on that background when you can get it. You want that force field as much as you can get it. That force field saves your butt.
It's cool they have the 2-player mode because that'll add some extra fun.
Yeah. Now I love this. You can just wait for it. And look at that, man. That just took out the whole thing.
Yeah, when you look at that, why would you want to do that unless there is a bonus to finish early?
Right.
Because otherwise you've got your combo built up. You could be get a lot more points. So there has to be more ways to score than that.
Right. Because that
makes no sense. I mean, it would make sense if you're playing 2-player and it's like, let's see who can get the ball into the goal first.
Right.
That would be cool.
Right.
I bet you that's in there too.
So I wonder. So I guess though, would you like it to do this though? I mean, would you ever like it to go vertical, 2-player, and be like
yes,
Tetris, where you're, you know, or Dr. Mario, where you got your own bottle to get through?
Oh, where you talking about 2-player?
Yeah.
You each have your own screen.
Yes.
That would be really cool, especially if it was. That'd be cool if you could maybe do 10 random levels.
Yeah.
And you get the same levels. I mean, they're random, but you get the same levels for both. And then whoever can get through that 10th level or whatever level first wins. That would really be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. I mean, that's my big deal with this. I mean, I don't know how this works and how this.
I would think the scoring is different.
And do you think we see the score on the screen there for each of you, or is this a combo plate where you're both trying to win it? You know, is it not competitive at this point? Is it
there's just a timer on it?
Yeah,
but that could all be different. That could all change. See, it does have a timer, so there's got to be a reason for the timer.
Yeah. So it's like you both are just fighting to get out. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if this is co-op or if it's.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Co-op competitive or if it's co-op.
Yeah. Because I mean, that's what I'd love to have a split screen competitive version where.
Well, that would be a good reason to make it vertical, you know.
Correct.
Because otherwise, if you did this, it'd be so narrow.
Yep.
And I thought Tommy did say at one point there would be vertical levels. I mean, I've only seen horizontal ones, but I thought he said a long time ago. Of course, that could all have changed by now. Who knows?
Right. Right.
All right. Well, there you go. There's
That's pretty cool. I love it. Lots of people love it. Obviously, people want to see it. They can't wait to see it and play it.
Did Tommy say, is this a day one?
I think so. I don't remember for sure.
Yeah, so I think Rab's saying, at least what we're seeing now, I believe, is cooperative play.
Co-op, yeah.
But I think it'd be a lot more fun if you had a competitive mode as well.
Oh, absolutely. And
I bet
a good way to totally be retro and go back to the vertical and have a reason to have the vertical. As brilliant as this is.
DJ, see how about it flips back?
Oh, wow.
That'll be during the final DJC boss level. There'll be a can of tab, and if you hit it, it just starts squirting out.
Just like when you're supposed to hit the can on the table of table tennis in the Wii Sports game.
Yes.
Oh man, that was great.
Yeah. Geeks with Cash. It was weird to see it horizontal first on the demo. I do remember the first time I saw it, I was like, "This is weird."
Yeah,
it makes sense because all of our TVs are now
so wide, so wide screen. Yeah,
so it's almost like why not just do it?
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, because as short as it is now, you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Well,
that's
awesome. Pretty cool.
God, do you have you're in the basement.
Yeah,
it's getting worse and worse out here. The snow was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been a steady powder all day long.
I think was it like 5 degrees right now?
Yeah, yeah, it's
brutal.
Yeah, it's been 5 and below, 5 and below, not 5 below, but 5 and below all day.
Jeez.
All day. It's a real heat wave. Logan and I played. Have you? Speaking of another game too, on the Rocket League, they've got the new. We were talking about it the other night. They do have that new edition. Why can't I think of the name of it? It's got the Asian theme. It's for the Lunar New Year.
Oh, cool. Was that on there when we played Friday?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
There was something new I didn't recognize. It could have been that.
I think it was. I just didn't enjoy it, but today I certainly did because Logan is a pretty good player. He's been playing for a long time. And so the last time I played, I just didn't have a person with me that was as good. And the game we got trounced. I mean, it was bad. Because what happens is you hit the ball, it starts at one end. So one team starts it. So it's like a kickoff. From one end, and then if they respond, either if you hit it too hard and it hits the wall, it comes back, or if they block it with their car, then it comes back, and you just have to keep it from going in the goal. Basically, the ball goes on its own, and you have to block it from your goal. So, needless to say, I did not enjoy it the first time I played it, and I'm like, I'm done with this. And I think there's some kind of takeaway when you're done with playing it every day, if you play it every day.
I think a lot of it goes to that Game Pass that you buy. I
got you. Yeah, and I don't do that.
And I don't know how it works, but I know in Fortnite you pay $10 for your pass, season or whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
And you can use that. It comes with, I guess, some V-Bucks or whatever they call them in Fortnite.
Right.
And you can use it to buy stuff. Or no, I'm sorry. You pay the money, and then you can earn in-game cash based on how much you play, what you accomplish, and what challenges you meet. Or you can actually it does come with some V-Bucks, I think, because what happens is if you don't spend any of it, you can then use you can use it again to buy a new Game Pass for the next season. So if you don't spend anything, you can literally just keep using it for the next Game Pass. So basically, you spend $10 and you can just keep getting each season for free, which allows you to get more stuff if that's your thing.
Right.
Right.
Interesting.
I mean, I would like to get the DeLorean. That thing is pretty cool.
Yeah, Logan got that.
That's something I might break down and get one day.
Yeah. He's told me, he's like, I've spent a few bucks on it, on the game. But I just have a tough time doing any of that. I'm never in it for that. I don't feel that I benefit from it as much as just other people, and that's awesome. I think it's great that other people get a awesome benefit from that. Otherwise they wouldn't do it, and it's cool, fun stuff. I noticed, did you notice on this that there's a new weapon? There's this split missile. Did you notice that one?
Did you just see it?
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed it a couple of times. It's in the one. Let's see here. It's kind of a diamond shape. And I think it's the one where right at the end it shoots through it, and then they get the breakout.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't think they had that one before. They only had the regular rocket before, but this one's got like a split rocket where it shoots both ways when you hit it. So I think you can rebound the rocket, and then one shoots the other direction too.
Yeah, this is a perfect game for Amico. I mean, it's simple game. Anybody can play it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I wonder how the controls are going to work. I think Tommy said you can, use the screen to slide up and down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can use the paddle like Pong, where you're moving around like that.
That's what I would assume. That would be my only assumption is if you said, how are you going to play with that controller? That would be my assumption because of the classicness of the pad. And that's how we always did it. That's how we played Pong was,
Maybe that spinner.
Yeah. And you don't even have to make the sound either. You don't have to go like that, but you can if you want. And it might annoy your neighbors and friends, but
see you, Reb. I don't know if I can stay warm. I'm sitting here and my feet are just cold.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I left the Marvel exposed, but I'm like, it's cold down here. It is cold. Not freezing, just chilly.
Just chilly. Chilly Willy.
It's a good day for chili.
Oh, I wish we had some chili.
Yeah, we had some. Christy made some soup.
Hey, do we have stuff for chili?
I believe so.
Oh.
It's always the tomato sauce that's missing. Seems like that's the toughest part. Because you can use the tomato sauce in like other things. You can make a pizza sauce out of it. I did that. I used that and some other things and made a pizza sauce. And
you can make a brooch or a pterodactyl. What do you make of this?
I love that that's the pterodactyl sound. Sounds more like a regular bird. Doesn't sound like a pterodactyl. Like on like the whatever that was. It wasn't really it could have been a what is the difference? They have a pterodactyl, there's a pteranodon, there's a I don't know. Tiramisu. I don't know what there is. It's just there's all those different kinds of flying dinosaurs, and the one on Johnny Quest sounded brutal. That was one of the greatest spooky scream things ever created for animated series.
Everything about Johnny Quest was awesome.
It was fantastic.
Bandit, Haji,
the Mummy. I mean, come on. Lucaru.
I still always love that opening scene where they got the Big Daddy long legs coming at you and they're just like shooting them right in the head.
Awesome. Yeah, Dr. Zin's robot. That was the idea was stolen then later for the Incredibles.
Now there's a DVD set I need to get a hold of, Johnny Quest.
Oh, dude. I you know what?
On Blu-ray?
Yeah, it is on Blu-ray.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, I have it on regular DVD and Blu-ray over here.
Yeah, I got to get it on Blu-ray because that'll be awesome. Oh, and by the way, Lance, still no WKRP.
just throwing that out there.
I think I mentioned that in every show.
You do, because
no WKRP.
It's a necessity to mention that. It is. I'm looking this up for you.
Johnny Quest?
Yeah. The Blu-ray right now, dude, you are going to freak out. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Look at this.
What am I looking at?
$21.90 for the whole series on Blu-ray.
Oh, that doesn't sound bad at all.
No, it's not bad at all. I didn't even know if that focused or not.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, good.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
that's flipping awesome. That's not that's you know that's for Johnny Quest personally. I think that's pretty freaking cool.
So you know what? Venture Brothers, Geeks with Cash, and DJC both mentioned. I don't know who that is. I don't know what that show is.
I've heard of it, but I'm not familiar.
Lance is rubbing it in. He's on season 2.
Oh. Venture Brothers. Let's see if I remember what that is.
Is that a new one or is that an old?
No, it's new.
Okay.
Yeah, it's new. Venture. I love their logo on this box set with the skull. It's really cool. Really cool. Venture Brothers. Is that the? Wait a minute. Is that the one?
Wait a minute.
Okay, no, I didn't. I have no clue what this is, but I've heard of it. But wow, that's crazy.
Geeks with Cash says it was on 6 seasons and apparently no longer with us.
Yeah, I'm looking at season 6 right now. It's $25.
For one season?
Yeah.
You can get the entire Johnny. How many episodes is Johnny Quest, by the way?
Johnny Quest was 32 episodes. The issue with Johnny Quest became that they had to produce them so quickly. They had to, and you remember that it used to be. I mean, you may not remember this. I don't know. You may not know this, but it used to be a Friday night show. It was not a Saturday morning cartoon.
Oh no, it was.
Yeah, it aired at like 7:00 on a Friday night.
I don't even know when I remember seeing it. I thought it was like an afternoon show here. I mean, it wasn't live, of course.
Reruns would run in the morning, or maybe on Saturday mornings, or in the afternoons after school, that kind of thing.
At least here, Saturday morning cartoons were, well, for me, it was just Bugs Bunny, the Bugs Bunny show. That's all I watched.
Not me.
It was over, and then I'd switch to something. But
no, Scooby-Doo. It was all about Scooby-Doo and all of those Hanna-Barbera things. Goober and the Ghost Chasers.
Well, those came on, at least here in St. Louis, those came on same channel. I think it was ABC, but they were at different times, of course.
Right.
So it wasn't like they were competing here anyway. The Hanna-Barbera stuff, because they're like Laugh Olympics.
Yep.
And what?
Penelope Pit Stop.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah. Wacky Racers.
Wacky Racers.
And then of course all the other ones. They had Space Ghost and Dino Boy, Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles.
Did you watch Speed Buggy?
I did. I watched Speed Buggy. I did, and Jabberjaw. Watched Jabberjaw.
Jabberjaw.
All of those. He did a curly voice. That he was curly.
He did a curly voice the whole time.
The whole time. Who comes up with this stuff?
It was so strange. Hey, let's have a talking shark, and we'll give him Curly's voice.
Yeah, and he'll run on his 2 fins. I don't know. I don't know where they get that.
I think they're just running out of ideas at some point. I mean,
or they just were really stoned. I don't know. Somebody was.
All those shows were the same. Like it was like the Scooby-Doo design. You got a group of people or animals, and they're solving crimes.
Yes.
I mean, it's I like that idea.
Yeah. I'm getting a message. I think I'm done. I think I'm off tomorrow. Yeah. No school tomorrow.
I got an email from work that said we should all work from home tomorrow.
Sweet. You're like, was planning on it.
Planning on it for the rest of my life. Yeah, we still don't have a go back to work date yet. I know
HR
some people.
puppet stuff.
I know some people are going in.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't. I know my friend. They had a trip scheduled for today and had to cancel it, and she's working from home. So, Wacky Racers. He's yeah. Well,
I've got
now
Wacky
here's
Racers on. What?
I keep hitting it, and you keep hitting it.
Go do it.
I got it.
We did it 3 times in a row.
I know.
Wacky Racers. I got to click that. We're all excited. I think I have that on. What do I have?
Yes.
GameCube? I can't remember.
You have a Wacky Racers game?
No, on Dreamcast I do.
A
Yeah,
Dreamcast
Wacky Racers.
Wacky Racers?
Yeah.
I think I remember that. Because I was freaking out. I'm like, look at all the oh yeah, Battle of the Planets, Lance. That would be fantastic. Robotech. Brilliant. Yeah. HR Puffin stuff would be a fun game too. I mean, all that Sid and Marty Krofft. I mean, there's a whole new realm for all that because a lot of those characters were silly as shit to see them in live action, right? Sigmund and the Sea Monster. Okay, so I'm playing off this guy in this little squishy outfit, right? I mean, it's goofy in live action, and it was hugely popular. They had a hit song from it. Remember the kid from Family Affair? He was on that show.
Oh yeah. The redheaded kid with the big hair.
And he had a hit with the theme song.
Was his name Johnny Whitaker? Is that his name?
Yeah, I think that might be right.
Why is it whenever Battle of Planets comes up, I remember it as G-Force, like the actual name.
Right.
Why did they change it? I mean, I get what was it called? Japan. Gotcha. Wait. What was it called? I can't remember the name there, but I get why they changed it to coming here. But then they changed it again. They went from Battle of the Planets to G-Force or the opposite direction. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm trying to look it up here real quick.
And I think all that remember Seven Zark 7, the little robot.
Barely.
I read, and I haven't watched the Japanese one, but I read that is only in America, or at least it's outside of Japan.
Really?
They added that, and they changed the storyline or some of the words around a lot because the characters were quite different in Japan than they were here.
It says here that G-Force, Guardians of Space, was in 1986 as the second American animated television adaptation of the Japanese anime series Science Ninja Team Gatchaman.
Gatchaman, that's the one I was
in 72. Following Sandy Frank Entertainment's initial 78 effort Battle of the Planets and preceding ADV Films' 2005 attempt known merely as Gatchaman. With G-Force, Sandy Frank Entertainment collaborated with Turner Broadcasting to create a newer, more faithful translation of Science Ninja Team Gatchaman for a new audience, and such a translation was made possible with the relaxed television standards of the 80s, a luxury that the more Star Wars themed Battle of the Planets did not enjoy. So there you go.
Because I remember
5 brave teenagers in there.
I remember hearing that Keop in Japan was more of a pervert, where he wasn't that here in America.
Wow, interesting.
And I don't know if he even stuttered in Japan or not, but remember Keop?
Oh yeah,
It's like those weird sounds. Oh well, here's George Games. He's better than us here. He's going in to feed the homeless. That's awesome.
Wow, that's brilliant, man.
That's
very nice. Very nice.
I vaguely remember Richard Pryor's kid. Something's funny about a Richard Pryor kid show.
I just, I don't know. Talk about holding back. You'd just be like, shit.
Wait, Geeks with Cash, are you talking about Tatsunoko versus Capcom? That game? Because it had some Gatchaman people in it. So I know I mentioned this about with Voltron before. Oh wait, yeah, he
Talk
said,
about a great multiplayer game.
wait a minute, let me go back to that real quick. This is a great Wii game. It's a fighting game by Capcom, and it is Tatsunoko characters, so these old Japanese characters like the ones from Gatchaman and a bunch of others versus like Street Fighter characters, basically.
Wow.
And not all Street Fighter, but Capcom characters.
Right.
And it is a really good game. It's awesome. It didn't come with it, but they also sold fighting sticks that were Tatsunoko versus Capcom branded.
Wow.
It was crazy, all for a Wii game. And I wish that would. Hey, you know what? I got my Wii U hooked up. I could actually still play that.
I smell a night over at your house.
It's a really good game.
I'll bring the pizza.
The end credits is actually a mini game in itself. You're like shooting the end credits. It's pretty cool. But Voltron, I told a story once before, but we went to eat at a ramen shop here in town. And when I go in there, it's nothing but Voltron posters everywhere.
What?
I go in the bathroom, Voltron posters. You walk in, there's a Voltron poster. The staff are wearing Voltron posters or Voltron shirts. And before we left, I went up to somebody who I was paying, and I said, "What's the deal with Voltron?" And they said the owner just absolutely loves Voltron. It's like his big thing, even though it makes no sense in the restaurant whatsoever. But he loves Voltron. And then they were telling me about how here in town, Channel 11, that was owned by Ted Koppler, I guess years ago.
Yeah.
They brought over Voltron to the United States, and that's where it got its start here. Just here in St. Louis, they bought the rights to air the reruns, and
unbelievable.
And it took off from there. Is that neat?
That is really cool because that's a show I never got into it. But I
didn't watch it, so I don't know if I like it or not. I just never watched it.
I think it's one of those things. I think that was just past us. It wasn't within our legacy. And I saw that somebody mentioned Thundar. I think I mentioned that the other night when we were talking about some of the old tunes and stuff.
Thundar the Barbarian, yeah.
Yeah.
Geeks of Cash mentioned that.
Yeah, because you can buy that. You can buy that series too, full out there. I've got it in my saved area.
Didn't Netflix put out a brand new Voltron series?
Yes. Yeah, they did a few years ago.
Oh, yeah. Schoolhouse Rock. Wait, Geeks with Cash says he has that fight stick, that Tatsunoko versus Capcom fight stick. That's awesome because those things are so cool.
What? Oh my gosh. They have Thundar the Complete series on Blu-ray now for $30.
Who would have thought when we were like 10 years old we'd be able to buy a complete series and have them in your house to watch?
I never. And then they put out some on VHS, but oh my gosh, they have an Ariel Thundar the Barbarian action figure. $225.
Whew. We should do the Groovy Ghoulies.
Groovy Ghoulies. That would be awesome to do in a multiplayer game.
Wasn't that connected with Archie?
Yes.
Connected with Archie Comics?
Yeah, because it was Filmation, and Filmation did Archie. And, Filmation did a ton of stuff. They did everything from Batman to Superman to Tarzan to He-Man to smell a theme. She-Ra. They did Star Trek. They had the Star Trek animated series, which I own over there. Christine bought that for me years ago.
About 30 years ago, probably a lot longer than that. Geez. I don't know. For a day where it's doing nothing but snowing, it's like 5 degrees. We've had people outside back and forth making all kind of noises.
Really?
I don't know why anyone's even going out.
As long as nobody shows up at your door with a couple of steaks wanting you to cook them.
Yes. That's still the weirdest moment. Are
Weird
you
moments in McGraw history.
Can you put this steak on for me? Like, what? Am I supposed to just? Yeah. Oh yeah. How would you like that cooked? Can I get the salad while you wait?
I'll tell you what. I can tell you how it's going to get eaten by me. So bye. Thanks for the steak.
She comes back. What steak?
I don't know.
I don't know what you're
I got
talking
a great idea. I'm going to be as crazy as you, and you're going to ask me to cook a steak, and I'm going to forget you ever existed. Oh, weird.
Hey, wait a minute.
Inspector Gadget.
Wait, which people are you talking about? Geeks with Cash? I've never seen Inspector Gadget.
Really?
That's another one that I think was like just past. Like I was already
No.
an age.
Yeah, because my kids are just at least Logan is just a little older than yours, so he was into that, and we watched it. So you could have just missed it with your kids, just like I was fortunate enough to miss the Dora the Explorer stuff, and I was able to keep my kids away from the frickin' purple dinosaur.
What about Blue's Clues?
Blue's Clues, brilliant. Love Blue's Clues.
It was so funny. I think it started in like 96 and our son was born in 98, something like that. But I remember watching that before we even had kids. There was something fascinating with Steve and the whole thing. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
It was really good. And then
It's the magic of a boy and his dog. That's really what it is.
but they needed Steve because I didn't like the next guy as much, Joe.
Right.
And then they did a series where the like the animals, instead of animated, they're like stuffed animals and they were talking. Like, what the hell's happening here? And then they came out with the new one. There's like a new, not Steve, but a third person. I don't know if he's related to the other two or not. Mike, what's going on? Are you ready for us on Thursday, Mike?
Jetsons. They had a game on the original Intellivision. I did not know that.
Oh, Geeks with Cats. This wasn't the person who asked me. Was just like it was years ago.
Oh,
it was during like the summer, so it wasn't. That'd be even funnier.
That's a very Buffalo thing. I mean, and don't get us wrong. Don't get us wrong. It's not like we don't want to be neighborly. It's just odd that somebody you don't even know.
Yeah, I didn't know her.
Assume you're the person grilling because they smell. Are you You're grilling. Could you cook my steak? I mean,
you know what's funny? If we were grilling, I probably would have done it because I wouldn't know what else to do. But we weren't even grilling that day. It was someone else.
Right. So, I mean, that's what gets weird.
Too bad I wasn't grilling because that would have been even a better story.
Space Ghost Speed.
Remember the first season of Flintstones? It was a lot different than the other seasons.
Barney's
voice was different. Same guy. I mean, still Mel Blanc, I believe, but it was a bit different and it was drawn a little rougher. I really liked that early one. It's kind of like early Bugs Bunny, where it's more roughly drawn.
Well, yeah, early Bugs Bunny, of course, was rounder.
Well, he was like
he
was bent over, almost like Groucho Marx when he kind of walked around. Where the later ones, he stands straight up like a human. I'm like, this isn't as good.
You're absolutely right. And then, of course, that's why I really didn't like, even though I think Chuck Jones is brilliant. I love his artwork, but in animation like that, it just did not. After that beautiful, sleek, rounder style of the original, and then that beautiful, I mean, those years prior to Chuck with Bugs Bunny and all that, so beautifully drawn and animated. And then Chuck got it, and it was just sketchy and stiff, and I did not like it at all. I did not like it at all. Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Yeah, I need to do an episode of Hammerway about Space Ghost CDs because the Brack CDs, the Space Ghost CDs are brilliant. Brilliant. Did I tell you about my student the other day asking me to play the Goofy Goober song by SpongeBob from the movie?
No.
So he asked me to play it, and I'm like, okay. You know, I have nothing against SpongeBob. I love SpongeBob. I think a lot of that's brilliant. I think it's funny. Birdman, Harvey Birdman, attorney at law. Yeah, that's great. And he asked me to play this song, so I play it. It's nothing but a ripoff. I mean, I say ripoff. I mean, I'm sure Dee Snider and the boys got paid very well for it. But all it is I Want to Rock by Twisted Sister with other lyrics. Goofy Goober. I'm just like, what? I said, you know, this is a ripoff, right? And he goes, what? And I was like, yeah, it's a ripoff, man. This is a Twisted Sister song. So I pulled up I Want to Rock and showed it to him. I'm like, dude, this was 1985. It was one of the songs on the same record, was on the Pee Wee Herman movie. So.
Oh, I'd love a new Popeye game. The arcade game was awesome.
I played that too, Jeff, and I did not like Popeye. I am not a Popeye fan.
I'm not a Popeye.
I got a buddy of mine at school. That's one of his favorite movies is that Popeye movie with Robin Williams.
I'm not really I'm not a Popeye fan. I like the arcade game. I watch the cartoons all the time too, but I don't even know why. I guess because we had 3 channels growing up, so
right.
Popeye was all I watched it. That's another show. You watch the early Popeye episodes, and he's just rambling. He's just saying stuff nonstop the entire time. It's so funny.
Yeah, he is like Captain Tourette's. I mean, he's just like on and just whatever. I mean, or he's just always in a always yapping.
And then back then there was Bluto, and then later on it became Brutus. I wonder why they changed that. That's what a weird thing to change.
I don't know. I always thought of it as that. He has the entire DVD collection, and met the guy that voices.
Wait, which collection are we talking about? What's SG?
Yeah, what is SG?
What were we talking about? Oh, Space Ghost.
Space Ghost. Well, wasn't that what's his name? Gary Owens?
Oh, I think you're right.
Was that Gary
from Laugh-In?
Laugh-In, yeah. Yeah, Gary Owens did that. The funny thing is Johnny Quest. Remember in Johnny Quest, what was the show I was talking about? I was mentioning one of them earlier. Oh, the Luc Garou, where they were in Canada, and they had they were smuggling stuff in the logs, and not poop, but in the big logs. And
is this Johnny Quest?
Yeah, Johnny Quest, and that's where they had the Indian with the wolf. And the wolf saved him in the end. He was the one that took out the main bad guy who was dressed up like a werewolf.
Interesting.
And spoiler alert, sorry about that. And 30 years after it came out, 30, 40 years after it came out.
Did Bandit figure all this out by sniffing the logs?
Yeah. Well, remember what happened in that movie, speaking of sniffing, or in that episode?
I don't remember that episode.
He went up against a skunk and it made him stink, and they had to wash him in the river. And then they get him all soaped up and dunk him in the river. And this little silhouette of Bandit would go floating down the water. The little silhouette of soap would go with a little mask out of it and everything. But the guy who played the Native American in the show, I guess Native North American, because he would have been in Canada. He had a wolf, and that was Race Bannon's voice. So you had Race Bannon, and then this guy just talked more like this. But you're like, well, that's Race Bannon's voice.
Did Dr. Quest ever get permission to take Haji with him? Because Haji's a kid, right?
Well, he adopted him, I think.
Oh, did he adopt him? Is that why he has him?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I just thought they were on some adventure in India, and
He was. It was an
he helped
adventure
out. He's
in
like, "Oh, come on, Haji, let's go."
Yeah, it was an adventure in some. In fact, isn't that the name of the episode? There's the episode that tells. It's not like the first episode either. I mean, it's let me see.
Look at DJC. He's going to help his neighbor clear his drive and sidewalk. Oh,
Wow.
got some people doing nice things here.
I was gonna say I feel like a jerk.
Are you gonna take your battle ball?
Because I don't even want to do my own drive right now. Haji Singh is his name.
Singh.
Yeah, he's Johnny's adoptive brother who is interested in mysticism and studying. He is also the Sultan of Bangalore, India.
Dang.
How about that? Haji has notable differences from his original continuity character. He is now a few years older than Johnny. So they're talking about like from the real adventures of Johnny Quest.
Oh, there was a new one?
They have Johnny Quest Wiki.
How many?
Yeah, Doug Wildey was the original guy who did that.
How many Speed Racer shows have there been? There's been like, after the original, I think there's been like 2 or 3, hasn't there?
Has there 2 or 3? Really?
Let's see.
Speed Racer. Also known as Mach Go Go Go. There's a Japanese media franchise. Mach Go 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 was originally serialized in print.
I think it was originally Mach Go Game Go.
Shueisha's 1966 shonen book. Selected chapters of the manga were released by Now Comics in the 90s.
You got the New Adventures of Speed Racer, Speed Racer X, The Next Generation, Speed Racer Chronicles of the Racer, Speed Racer Born to Race.
Damn.
They should have done a Spritle Racer. He's an adult.
No, just a Chim Chim Racer. Make Chim Chim his bitch.
Speed Racer, the original show's got an 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. How about that?
Wait a minute, it what?
The original show has an 88% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow, that's pretty cool. What about the movie?
I don't know many people who like the movie. I'm one of the few who did. It's so different from the cartoon.
Okay.
Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 41%.
The movie got a 41.
Yeah.
Still better than a lot of other films. I'd be interested to see what would Rise of Skywalker get in Rotten Tomatoes.
Speaking of that, where's Papa Pete?
Hell, I don't know. He's probably ignoring us today. Probably not us. Probably just me.
He's put out 2 videos today. Rotten Tomatoes, Rise of Skywalker got a 51.
Whatever. What the hell do people know anymore? I don't know. I don't know how that ever gets that far. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. A 51.
Yeah. I got to check out because Pete did a video on Breakout. Hey, we should do one of those. Oh, wait a minute. Wait
a minute. Rise of Skywalker. Oh, okay. Rise of Skywalker has second worst Rotten Tomato score in Star Wars franchise.
What got the worst?
I would assume the first one did
with Jar Jar.
Yeah, but
what is this? What's going on here? I just mentioned Pete's name, and there he is. How'd that happen?
Here it is. Here it Rise of Skywalker.
We're talking about your 2 videos you just put out today. Did he hear us call his name, or did he hear us say Rise of Skywalker? I'm not sure.
It is really a toss-up. I don't know. It's pretty synonymous. Pretty synonymous. Rise of Pete Walker. Rise of Papa Walker. I don't know which one works. I don't. Did I hear some Rise of Skywalker? Love. I'm going to go with no. You did hear the first part of it, except when you get to love. Nope. Never heard that one. Never heard that one. Oh, unless you mean didn't love or love stinks.
Love stinks.
Yeah, we're going to be playing that song. I guess Johnny Quest had 6 different things. Did you know Johnny Quest did a show? They did a movie with Tom and Jerry.
What? What?
Yeah, Tom and Jerry Spy Quest. It was 2015.
No.
It was a movie. I almost bought it.
I'd like to have been in that room. What kind of a mashup can we do?
I don't know. Let me do another one hitter, and I'll let you know.
Isn't there another Tom and Jerry movie coming out this year? I thought I saw a preview for it.
There could be. And I'd be eager to see this movie because I don't know.
I mean, who's it made for? Because does anyone under 50 know who Tom and Jerry is?
I know. Welcome to the Jason Alexander Super Bowl commercial. I don't get it.
Just so odd.
I don't get it.
Oh, maybe people do know. It was popular 50 years.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was very strange.
Yeah. I got to watch how many of these animated series, though, that I buy, because I want to make sure I buy stuff that I'm going to actually watch. And that's the tough part, is trying to find the time to watch all of these shows. And then when you're watching them going, why the hell did I buy this now? That's what gets tough.
So
because I have a bunch sitting over there right now that I need to watch.
So Speed Buggy's only on DVD as far as I can tell.
A lot of them are, yeah. But now I think they're finally inching their way onto. I guess they have to make sure whether or not it's going to be worth it to remaster and clean up to put it on Blu-ray.
Wow, look what's on DVD. Wheelie and the Chopper Bunch.
Oh, Wheelie and the Chopper Bunch.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Completely different from Speed Buggy.
Yeah. That one has cars. Wait a minute. That's something else. Yeah, Goober and the Ghost Chasers. I think that's
Gooba.
Gooba and the Ghost Chasers. The Gumby Show, complete 50s series. There you go.
Wow.
Wacky Racers, Totally Spies. Johnny Quest. Yeah, and they had Magilla Gorilla and
Magilla Gorilla.
Yeah. Huckleberry Hound. Did you ever watch Yogi Bear?
Yeah, I did. It's not one of my favorites, but
yeah, Josie and the Pussycats. But still, I want to know who's watched Space Angel. That's one of my.
I don't even.
That's a big question. Yeah, Space Angel. Okay, remember on Conan O'Brien where he'd put up a picture of like Schwarzenegger and then he'd had the mouth would be talking and be real mouth. You know that?
Yes.
That's what Space Angel was. Space Angel was this, kind of remember like the early 60s Marvel cartoons where most of the artwork was static and only certain parts of the body would move. That's how they kept their animation costs down.
Yeah.
And then sometimes the static character would just fly across the screen. Whoosh. you know, or the camera would just move across the cell and it would go whoosh. Well, that's what Space Angel was a lot like that, where it was, the artwork was pretty static, but whenever they'd have the character, they just have the artwork and the mouth would be on there moving like this, and you'd have the real mouth like showing like that. It was creepy as crap. I mean, you can watch it on YouTube. I'll send you a link. They have it on YouTube.
We're getting some Grape Ape love in here.
Grape Ape? Yeah, never a big Grape Ape guy. Didn't really fall for that one.
Now, who did
Star Blazers?
Stuart, who did you root for in Laugh Olympics?
Oh,
I always rooted for the Really Rottens. And I think they won like once or twice. That's it.
Well, they were really rotten.
Yeah.
And periodically they'd fall into a win. Now, how about this? Speaking of Filmation, now Filmation also did an ISIS, and there's a box set, and maybe I should look it up on Amazon because I have it over there, but that way I don't have to walk away.
Pete's a Scooby-Doobies fan.
Well, yeah, we're big Scooby-Doo fans, except Scrappy-Doo is a piece of crappy-doo.
No, he's talking Scooby-Doobies from Laugh Olympics, the Scooby-Doobies team.
Gotcha. That's what I would have. I really wasn't into Laugh Olympics, but that would have been, I remember that was my guy. I mean, always.
And then there was the Yogi Yahooies.
Let's see if I can find this one. All right. So the Freedom Force was another deal where it had a samurai character. And how much is this? Oh my God. They have it in here for $80 or they have it used for $30. So it was another Filmation show. And oh wow, they have the whole Fantastic Four series with Herbie the Robot from '79. It's available.
What about the Robotic Stooges? Is that available?
It might be.
That's got to be one of the weirdest.
It might be.
Weirdest cartoon.
Yeah. Now here's one. This is a box set that I've got over there. I don't know if you can see this very well.
Yeah.
Is the Space Sentinels. Now, Space Sentinels were only the ones from the middle over that way. This guy had Hercules strength, and there was one that had like Mercury speed, and the other one that was something else. But here's Isis and this samurai guy and this magician guy. Maybe that was Merlin or something. And those were Filmation. I watched that, and I purchased that. And that's one of them where I'm just like, this is hard to get through. I mean, it's, every episode has a formula and it's not easy to get through.
I almost think maybe their best, some of these, like Pete was saying, Papa Pete, that he puts them on in the background where he's doing other stuff.
That's really the way to do it. That is brilliant. And that is the way to do it.
Pete, you don't have wacky races for Dreamcast and NES? I would have thought you would have had those. I'll sell Stuart. I have the Dreamcast version.
I need to get that because that's.
Well, here you go, Snagglepuss, the complete series.
And they have the Jetsons on Blu-ray, the original series, the complete series for $22. I'm still collecting the Thundercats, the original. I'm still trying to get to that. Yeah, Flintstones. I really wasn't into the Flintstones much. I watched it.
I love Flintstones.
Just wasn't too terribly into it. The Hair Bear Bunch. What about that?
Hair Bears. I remember the Hair Bears.
Yeah, the Hair Bears.
How about Captain Caveman? The way he just like pull a lawnmower out of his fur.
Captain Caveman?
Yes.
Yeah. That's another one like Hong Kong Phooey. I loved Hong Kong Phooey and I bought the box set, but I'm like,
Oh, I used to
Yeah,
watch it all the time.
it's a hard one to get through, because again, formula, that is one where you just have to do it in the background. Now that they did do Space Ghost and Dino Boy is now on Blu-ray. Moby Dick and the Mighty Mightor. Yeah, Mighty Mightor. That's another one that I've got that's hard to get through is The Adventures of Aquaman by Hanna-Barbera.
Oh, I used to watch it all the time too. Hey,
Yeah.
there's a Wacky Races Dreamcast game case and manual. It says $40.67. It's an odd price. It's got to buy it now. That's not too bad.
Snagglepuss. There was no formula there. It was different every time.
He was a master of comedy.
The Funky Phantom. Remember that one?
I don't.
Here you go. Are you ready for this? Tom and Jerry. Are you ready? Came out in 2017. Tom and Jerry, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
What is with them trying to stick Tom and Jerry in with other franchise? Are they trying to revive it?
I guess they feel like they're a good vehicle for that. I don't know.
Why? What? Do they think Tom and Jerry's going to take off now?
Well, they don't talk, right?
Yes.
So there's no voice actors. There's no, it could be anything. You know what I'm saying? Christmas Wonder Dog, Scooby-Doo Winter Wonder Dog, and Tom and Jerry, a Nutcracker original. So they did Tom and Jerry Nutcracker.
It's kind of like Pink
Secret
Panther. There was no voices there.
Yeah, they had Secret Squirrel. I forgot about that one.
See you, Mike. Yeah, we'll see you Thursday. We are ready.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, here's one called Space Stars. Do you remember this?
No.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It's Space Ghost, the Herculoids, Astro, and the Space Nuts and Teen Force.
Oof. That's quite a collection right there.
That's a mess. That's a heroic mess.
Brutal.
And what about Brave Star? That was Filmation. Brave Star. That was all good. All good stuff. All good stuff.
See you later, Geeks with Cash.
Wally Gator.
Wally Gator.
See ya. Yeah, there's too much stuff out there that I have to sit here and think, am I ever really going to watch it?
Pete, what exactly are you messaging Mike about later? Just curious. I'm just joking, Pete.
What about Lippy Lion and Hardy Har Har?
Hardy Har
Do you
Har.
remember
That? What the heck?
Yeah, Lippy the lion. Lippy was a lion and Hardy Har Har was a hyena.
God.
I'd forgotten all about those guys.
Yeah, I'm not too sad I forgot about them.
Whoops. Darn, sorry. The Jetsons and it's WrestleMania. Robo WrestleMania. 2017. There's Challenge of the GoBots, the original miniseries.
Oh boy, Pete really turned us around on me. He said, I've already asked you about it. Can you figure it out? I don't know.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember it all. I'll have to think about it.
Throwing it back at you. What is this? I'll
We could make a whole show of this, Stuart. It could be called Shopping with Stuart.
I know, right?
Go through Amazon.
You know what we used to call it over at my friend's house? We'd call it we called it Surfing with Stu.
There you go.
We did Surfing with Stu. Now here's one. It's the Ultimate Hanna-Barbera Diamond DVD collection. And it has the Flintstones, the Jetsons, Scooby-Doo, Magilla Gorilla, Huckleberry Hound Show, Josie and the Pussycats, Pebbles, and Bam Bam with 2 M's on each Bam.
God, that was a terrible show.
Yogi the Bear and a bonus Scooby something.
Wait, Yogi the
maybe it's a what is this? It's like it's a Scooby-Doo like lunch bag.
Wait a minute. Is the name of the show Yogi the Bear? Is that really the name of it?
It says Yogi the Bear.
Is that the official title? I've always just said Yogi Bear when referring to the show.
Let me see what it said. It might be. Yeah, I can't. It's on the description like that, but I don't know.
No, I'm looking at one here. It's called the Yogi Bear Show.
Yeah.
Presents Yogi Bear. Okay. I thought that's
I see that too. Yeah. It's Yogi Bear. I don't know. That's so weird. So yeah, but that's like, Kiss teaming up with Scooby-Doo recently for that movie that they put out. Went straight to video. I thought that was fun. It was well animated. All the Kiss characters looked really cool, and I was entertained. I thought it's worthwhile.
What about Ricochet Rabbit?
Oh, Ricochet Rabbit.
Bing bing bing.
Ping ping ping.
Remember his
It's beautiful
sidekick there? Hi, Mr. Ricochet.
Well, I don't remember this character, Breezely Bear.
Oh yeah.
He was in Laugh Olympic.
Wasn't Breezely and Sneasley? Or Sneezy?
Oh,
Sneasley?
I'd have to take your word for it. Oh my God, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. There's Benny the Ball. Oh yeah, Sneasley. Here it is.
Yeah, Breezely and Sneasley, right?
They have a Laugh Olympics DVD with a Funko Pop of Sneasley or Benny the Ball or Breezely or Top Cat. You can buy Laugh Olympics with any one of those.
Laugh Olympics, was he?
I'm assuming he was.
And I don't even know that Benny the Ball or Bear or whatever you said. I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't like this one bit.
I don't. Something doesn't add up. And it's your deodorant. Yeah, I don't know.
It'd be great if it was a bootleg and they just made up a character. See if anyone would know.
No, I'm serious. I think they were in it. Yeah, they were in it.
You just don't remember.
They were in it. Yeah. And of course you can buy the complete series of Scooby-Doo in the mystery van too, in their
oh, that's nice.
And why can't I call it the right thing? What is it? It's the what do they call it? The van. What do they call it?
Mystery Machine.
The Mystery Machine. Yeah. I'm going to live in a mystery van down by the river. Yeah, it's so you can get the complete series, and I guess that has everything. I don't know what all is in it, but I could assume I would never watch all of it. Ever. I love Scooby-Doo, but come on, man. I just,
I mean, everybody hates Scrappy. How are you with Scooby-Doo?
Oh, Jeff, they have the complete series of the $6 Million Man.
I never watched that.
What? You know how much it costs? $66.
Well, that's a bargain.
If only I had that clip from The Office to pull up. No.
That scene went on.
Caddyshack.
That went on for like 40 seconds. It was so painful. No.
It's awesome. It was painfully awesome. It was painfully awesome. Yeah. And also Caddyshack when he was doing the putting green, Chevy Chase. No.
Oh yeah.
And then he misses the last one.
Hey, Michael
Now I mentioned Gumby. Lance mentions Gumby, and also he says Davy and Goliath. That was an interesting show. That was an interesting show. That was, I don't know, it's weird. I did like David. Is it David? Oh, wait a minute. What's the one I do like where it's the Hanna-Barbera show? I was just looking at it earlier and I really want it. Is it shoot. It's a Hanna-Barbera. I'm going to find it. It's coupled with Young Samson. It's Samson and Goliath. It's Young Samson, where he rides around on his scooter with his dog, and then he hits his two wristbands together and becomes Young Samson and Goliath. And his dog becomes a lion. So he changes from a canine to a feline. So, but yeah. And the Space Cadets, that was what they were coupled, like Space Ghost and Dino Boy and all the other ones. Lee Major's grandson, Cody, is a sprint car driver of the groups I work with. Interesting. Moral Oral? What is that?
Not sure.
I'm lost on that. Can you believe we were going to do a reaction video and we've been here for almost an hour and a half? This is crazy.
You want to do the reaction now? Oh, wait, we did it an hour ago, didn't
we? Yeah, I think so.
No, I'm just fascinated. I'm looking at all the episodes of Laugh Olympics.
Yeah.
Scooby Dooby just dominated. They won the first, second, and third, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth episodes. Really Rottens. Pete, isn't that the same actor? But the Really Rottens won twice, outright.
Yeah.
But then in the series finale, all the teams tied with 80 points.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's right. I got to watch
Pete. Yeah.
I'll watch that tonight. I got to watch Pete's video about the paddle track thing.
Yeah, I should do that too.
Oh, I got it. It was a trick question. B. Arthur versus Great
Nice. Is on a track. Please understand.
That's a Satoru Iwata, the old president of Nintendo. He used to say that when there'd be a delay, he'd tell them there's going to be a delay, and he goes, "Please understand." He was always so polite about it. Please understand. I always like that.
We'll have to bear that in mind.
And like, how can you be mad at a guy when he says, "Please understand"?
No doubt. Well, I mean, he said, "Please understand." I don't care. Well, you might if you'd have heard him. I don't think you heard him.
Yes, Aunt Esther for the win, Lance. So, on episode 16 of Laugh Olympics, they went to Quebec and Baghdad. Those two cities are just tied at the hip.
Wow.
What an odd pairing. Oh, they had guest stars. Jabberjaw was in it once. Fred Flintstone made an appearance. Fred and Barney made an appearance.
What about Fred Flintstone versus? Well, here, I can just put it in here. How about this?
Pete says we're about to eclipse 200 subs.
Woo! That's the name of the game. Versus
Where are we at right now? Ooh, it says we're at 197. That's pretty close.
How about that?
What? Oh man. Fred Flintstone versus Fat Albert.
Oh, how about this?
They both had great theme songs too. Boom, 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 boom.
Hey.
Yeah, he had his hey, 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 and Fred had his yabba dabba doo. They're almost identical.
Yeah, right. Wouldn't that be cool in a game? That's what they would do before they came at you.
Here you go, Papa Pete. Hey, hey, hey versus yabba dabba doo.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
I think I'm gonna go with hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey. There, how about that?
Shaggy versus. Wait, which one is Randy?
He was the guitar. He played the bass. He had the Rickenbacker. Wasn't that Randy? Wasn't that his name? Or do I have that wrong?
You mean Rudy, the tall, skinny guy? With
Rudy. Maybe it's Rudy. Sorry, Rudy.
Damn it, Stuart.
I suck at this game. You have to be good with remembering names to be good at this game, and I'm not. Rudy. Thank you, Pete.
We know we can trust Pete.
We can. No, we can't.
Little
Sorry.
Rascals versus
Rascals versus Cosby Kids
on Fat Albert. I was a big Stymie fan on Little Rascals. That guy was great.
I was a big fan of the young version of why can't I say his name? Spanky. I love the young version of Spanky, especially when he's taking his medicine throughout that episode, and by the end of the episode, he pours out a tablespoon, he throws the spoon away, and drinks the bottle. I'm like, oh, that would not fly today. Nope. Not happening.
Yeah, the guy with the hat that went over his eyes, mushmouth.
Yeah. Hey, man.
I didn't even understand that.
I didn't either. I mean, normally that means you're ready to rob a bank or something.
Robert Blake was in the later ones, wasn't he? Like towards the end.
In what?
Little Rascals.
Yes, that's true. That is absolutely right. Yes. Yep.
Velma versus Daphne. Is this a trick question? There appears to be only one answer.
I would. I'm going to put money on Daphne on that one.
You might be right there.
I mean, if there's one thing I could see, it's her taking those. Did she have pink heels or purple? I can just see her doing that upward because she's taller and just kicking up that leg way up high and going bam and coming down like one of those nasty kicks in Street Fighter, just taking that heel and going wham right down on top of Velma's head. Crack it in two.
Velma, she was annoying.
Michael, what is that?
And you thought I was bad for saying story's still funny. Look at this.
Well, look at the next one.
Wait, which one?
Michael.
Wait, who's Linda Cardellini?
Cardellini.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, is that somebody who plays Velma on Scooby-Doo, the movie?
Oh, that's right. Sarah Michelle Gellar was in that, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was Daphne. Yeah. My daughter she dressed up as Daphne last Halloween. She was gorgeous.
How is it? We've been on for an hour and a half. We talked Amico Breakout for about 20 minutes.
We're amazing, and so are our millions of viewers.
Yeah, the number of viewers has gone up since we've been online.
Yeah. Our chat guys are amazing.
I think anytime we talk about nothing, people just start showing up.
It's Captain Kangaroo versus Mr. Rogers. Hell yeah, Lance.
Well, Mr. Rogers had that make-believe world or town or whatever.
I mean, I could just see him throwing a shoe off and
Captain Kangaroo had those big sideburn things. What do you want to call them?
sideburns. Yeah. Yeah.
He had that moose and those ping pong balls.
Does he get to pull out Mr. Rabbit and Moose to go after Mr. Rogers? Does Mr. Rogers get a couple of make-believe characters?
Yeah, because Mr. Rogers can have Mr. McFeeny come over and hit him over the head with his postal bag.
Oh, yeah, he'd be like a special power that would come down and be like special delivery, wham, and then just take your shit out. He would rain in with fire burning mail that would just come down and smack you.
Michael Garvey says, when the mystery van is a rockin', don't come a knockin'.
Don't come a knocking. Oh, as long as the whole team isn't standing outside except for Shaggy and Scooby, then they've got a problem.
Oh, man.
Mr. Dress Up versus the Friendly Giant? What is that?
Yeah, who are those people?
These Canadians. I love them. I love them.
We've learned so much.
So now, wait a minute. Linda. Oh, yeah, that's right. Thank you, Lance. I wondered where I'd seen her before. The woman who played Velma in the Scooby-Doo movie was Hawkeye's wife in the Avengers movie. God, I was like, where do I know her? And that's what it is. Thank you, Lance. Wow. Wait till I tell my wife. She's going to be thrilled. Don't piss off Mr. Green Jeans.
No.
Hey, did anybody ever hear there was an old legend, which is totally false, that Mr. Green Jeans was whose father?
Moose.
No, like in real life. They said there was a musician, and they said that he was Mr. Green Jeans' kid. That was not true at all.
Alice Cooper.
Mm-mm. No. Frank Zappa. I was like, what?
What?
Did you hear Mr. Green Jeans is Frank Zappa's dad?
I'm assuming we're talking Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, Michael Garvey.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And any time for as long as she wanted. That would be. Yeah.
We need Mike to show up on Wednesdays during our open chat. He'd be perfect for that show.
Totally.
Mike, start showing up on Wednesdays. You'll have a good time.
Wait, what was that phrase we're supposed to use? What's the phrase? What's the ending phrase that we use?
Who?
That the gentleman you were talking about earlier is very polite. What would he say?
I'm lost.
When something would be going wrong or something, and he'd say,
I don't know.
I don't either. You said it earlier.
I can't remember.
Because
this
a game was taking a while.
Pete told me. That was like days ago. I can't remember what happened 20 minutes ago.
We were talking about the track. We were talking about the tracking, on the track, and
oh yeah, in the game.
Yeah, at the end he would say what?
I don't remember.
This is horrible. I can't believe you can't think of it.
What did I say, son?
I don't know, but you guys are cracking me up.
It's that guy. He would say something, and you're like, that's why nobody would get mad at him, because he was so nice. I don't know. I can't find it now.
I don't even recall saying that.
Yeah,
Today?
it was like the track. You were talking about the track and the thing being on the track, the disc being on track, or the thing being on a track. And
wow,
I
got to start listening to these shows.
I got Linda Carter. Linda Carter was on Starsky and Hutch. She was in an episode of Starsky and Hutch too.
Wasn't that the same time as Wonder Woman?
I think it was just prior.
Oh.
Just Richard Pryor. And Richard Pryor was on what show? What family comedy?
Like one
The Partridge
appearance?
Family. Yeah, the Partridge Family.
Did he play himself?
No, he plays a guy in a small town, and he's his buddy that he's working on a project with is Louis Gossett Jr.
I
Superman 4. Why do you even mention Superman 4? Those so bad. Superman 2 was really bad enough. I saw a thing on YouTube the other day where they had an interview with Christopher Reeves about Superman 3. And that's the one with Richard Pryor, right?
I don't know. I never watched those movies.
And those were so bad. Superman 3, Superman 4. Oh my God.
Oh, I saw the first one and I didn't like it, so I didn't watch any of the others.
Oh, you didn't watch this? You didn't like the first one?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
I didn't like Lois Lane for one.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
And then in the newspaper, she wrote an article. She wrote a story about I spent the night with Superman or something.
Yeah.
I didn't like that title. That you wouldn't see that in a real newspaper. I've got high standards. Michael Gary says, "Watch Papa's Pete." I think that should be the new name of the channel, Papa's Pete.
That's his new that's his second sex tape.
Mr. Bookman from Good Times versus Shirley from What's Happening.
Shirley.
I'm going with Cheryl.
Oh man. Oh man. Who would we put up against somebody from wait a minute. What about Cheryl? What about Cheryl against what was the maintenance guy in One Day at a Time?
Schneider.
Cheryl
versus Schneider.
Cheryl versus Schneider. What about Mel versus Schneider?
She'd knock that pack of cigarettes out from under his undershirt right off the bat.
Either that or she'd take him completely out, and at the end she just rips that out of his sleeve, pulls out his smoke, and takes one. And then douses it on his chest in the blood.
I'm just thinking about some poor person who turned this on to watch about Breakout. See how long they last. They're like, wait a minute, 2 hours, and then they start scrolling through like, oh, this has nothing to do with it. What's going on?
This is like one of their shows. Oh my God. Oh, you never watched 4? Yeah, no, you're okay. I never. Annette O'Toole. That's right. 3 had Annette O'Toole as Lana Lang. Annette O'Toole. Big Tobler bone.
That's what they should.
Thanks for hanging on to that. Wow, I didn't mean to say that. Hang on to the Tobler bone if you want to live.
Oh, I'll die. Thank you. Did anyone get a feeling when the ending of The Wiz had nude dancing? I've never seen that movie, but I'm guessing maybe there wasn't nude dancing.
Was it kind of like climbing the rope in gym class?
We had a rope, but they never even brought it down for anyone to try.
We just had one break at our school.
Oh my God, they still make kids do that?
Yeah, we still have them. Yeah. And then they put the big knot in the end and put the circular plank of wood on there so you can sit on it and swing. Yeah.
Oh,
kind of cool.
You don't climb it?
You can, but it's not knotted to climb. It's not. Of course, did they knot ours? Ours weren't knotted.
There might have been a knot at the bottom, but they didn't go all the way up.
I mean, is that one of our childhood most dangerous things of all time? I mean, we climbed a freaking rope. How high into the air? 20 feet? I mean, was that 20 feet in the air to get to the top? And what did we have below us? We had a mat that was probably that thick. I mean, the one they've got at our school, the mat is like, you can climb the rope, but the mat is off the floor about 4 feet, or but we had a mat like this at the bottom, and it's been used for 7 years, so it's probably really about like that. God, no, don't worry about it. I got you. That's not a problem. Don't I need something more like a mattress? I don't know. We got a mat. It just says we got a mat. That's all we have to have. Really? Okay. Kojak versus MacGyver. Depends on what you can do with a sucker.
You'd be surprised.
Is that a sucker in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
I just like the way Telly Savalas would talk.
I would have to bet on MacGyver, because I think that MacGyver would probably get a hold of that sucker and just like turn it into something that would just kill Kojak in no time.
I think he'd find a way to make it explode right in his mouth.
Yeah, I think so. He'd be like, game over. Boom. Bye. It would be like the equivalent of Indiana Jones and the guy with the sword. Bang. See, done. Gone.
Could you
I'm
imagine
out.
Telly Savalas having a TV show today if he was in his prime? I just don't see it happening.
Who loves you, baby? Really? Really?
It's kind of like
That's what we're doing?
oh,
Think this is Vegas? Now, wait a minute. I just got a weird feeling when all the bad guys were in bras and panties and thongs.
are we still talking about the Wiz?
I think he's talking about the Wiz. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, Michael, that's horrible.
Pete mentioned Nipsey Russell. What a classic.
Yeah, Nipsey Russell. And he was on what game show?
Well, he was on Match Game a lot.
Match Game, yeah.
But he also briefly had his own. I don't know. It may have just been a pilot. I don't know. I watched it. It was terrible. Because Nipsey wasn't. Really
You got to hate that. And then I was watching. I sent Jeff a thing today about Hero at Large. I watched it, and I'm just getting ready to watch the end. But I came down to do this short little video, and
It'll only take about 10 minutes or so, sir.
But but I was watching Hero at Large, and I told Jeff about Bert Convy. He's in that. And then what's the name off of his shoulder? McGraw.
Perfect.
The
We didn't even notice that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that was so hilarious. You were like, oh, and the greatest thing is it's got McGraw right behind him. I'm like, are you kidding me? Yeah, that was the actor's name that was in the movie, which was a crossing of two Marvel names. It was called Captain Avenger was the character.
Huh.
But great flick. Ann Archer, that's one of the places I fell in love with Ann Archer. And it's but Bert Convy's in it. And Jeff told me what?
From St. Louis.
From St. Louis. And he was on what game?
Tattletales.
Tattletales.
I think he did a few others, but Tattletales was like his show.
Yeah, just like movies. He did quite a few movies, and probably a bunch of TV probably too. I wonder if he was on the Love Boat.
Was he a singer?
Yeah, I think he was a singer too.
Oh,
I mean, he was like totally Vegas looking all the time.
Bert Convy had to be on Love Boat, don't you think? And Fantasy Island?
I would assume so.
It was the right time period. That's when he was popular.
Yep.
What a great time to have been popular so you could be on both those shows.
I know, right? I mean, he was slick. I mean, and died in 1991 at the age of 57.
Way too young. And what if you were just old enough to sneak into Love American Style and Love Boat and
Love American Style. Now, wait, is that on DVD?
All I know
or is that streaming anywhere?
Blue.
There it is, Love American Style. It's on DVD, Volume 1 and Volume 2.
Love Boat had
Bill Bixby, Sid Caesar, Pat Carroll, Bob Denver, Nanette Fabray, Joey Heatherton.
That pains me to see Sid Caesar on Love Boat. That guy, back in the 50s of the show, he was tremendous. He had a great.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah,
But then the
he
end
was, as they say, the shit.
So the creepy doctor, he was. I don't know if he was creepy, but he was the head of chaos. So maybe you're picking up some bad vibes from him.
Maybe so. Maybe so. They have actually. Oh, and Night Gallery was another one of my favorites too. But they have the courtship of Eddie's father, the first season, on DVD. I don't know how many seasons there were. Yeah, we used to call my buddy. We used to do that to my friend because he had that same look as the kid. He kind of looked like him.
So was Mrs. Livingston married? Because she went by Mrs. Livingston.
Yeah, I think so. I
Did
think
they
she
ever
would
mention
leave
her
and go to her
husband?
family.
Did they ever mention her
Yeah.
husband? I don't remember.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
That was
Brandon
a time.
Cruz.
Oh yeah, Brandon Cruz was
Yeah, he was
Brandon
the kid.
Cruz in Bad News Bears.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Wow.
He was the Yankees star pitcher and the coach's son.
Oh, and Bert Convy is spelled Bert. And how weird when you go to his IMDb page, it's got Hero at Large on there. It's got a scene from it up at the top. Oh, he was in Cannonball Run. That's right.
But
That's right.
It would be sad to be an actor back during Cannonball Run era and not be on that in that movie.
Right. And you're right. He was on the Love Boat. He was on an episode called Who Killed Maxwell Thorne in 1987 as himself. And he was on Fantasy Island.
Of course.
As well.
I almost think you shouldn't even get a credit for Love Boat and Fantasy Island because everybody during that time period was on those shows.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think he was in multiple episodes. I'm not sure. He played Ted Myler in 83, Josh Atkins in 84. Also in 84, he played Harry Fletcher. So that dude was all over the place on that show. That place was lousy with Bert Convy. And he played Mitchell. He played Mitchell Robinson, Hal Garnett, and Dr. John Carlson, and Gregory Udall on Fantasy Island from 78 to 84.
Wow.
So,
you're good.
Yeah, George. He was in 7 episodes of Love Boat and 4 episodes of Fantasy Island.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's as many as Charo.
Ooh, Charo. Charo.
Wait, was Jackie Chan really in Cannonball Run? I don't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, he was the part of that Asian team. They were in a little like a Toyota or something. They were in some import car.
He was in Cannonball Run and some Bruce Lee movies. That's awesome.
Yeah, right. Bert Convy was Paul Hollister on. Now get a load of this. He was on Charlie's Angels, but what was the name of the episode?
I don't know.
Love Boat Angels. Can you believe that?
Were they actually on the Love Boat?
And then I don't know. That was in 79, so it was during the Love Boat time frame.
That's bizarre.
That's just crazy. That's crazy. He was on Matt Helm.
Crazy.
Yeah, he was in a lot of stuff. He was on Hawaii Five-0. 73 and 75. He was 2 different characters on 2 different shows. He was in Police Story, Love American Style. Bert Convy was everywhere on TV at that time. He was on The Partridge Family. He played a doctor and Richard Lawrence. He was on the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Wait, Bert Convy?
He was on Banachek. He was in Mission Impossible.
Jeez.
He was on Night Gallery. He was in Bewitched. I'm telling you, man, this guy's all over the place back then, man. The Untouchables TV series,
The 70s,
77 Sunset Strip.
the 70s were good to Bert Convy.
They were very good. I mean, he was a sharp looking dude, man, and he carried himself well. He was cool. He's on soundtrack. He's got 4 credits on soundtrack.
Well, he's got that great hair.
Yeah. On Happy Birthday, Bob, it was a TV special. He was a performer and sang Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. He sang Blue Bayou on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson in 1977.
Wow.
Which, oddly enough, is about the time that Linda Ronstadt had a hit with that song. I think she had a hit with it in 75. That's interesting. That's very cool. Yeah, Bert Convy from St. Louis, 57 years old, died. That's sad.
That is sad.
So sad. So anyway, Weekend Warriors was another movie he was in. With Vic Tayback and Lloyd Bridges.
Vic Tayback. Mel?
Yeah. Yeah, I need to look at the poster. I don't know. The poster's got that. Is that Steve? It looks like Steve. What's his head? That was in. Why can't I say his last name?
Steve Lawrence.
No, Steve. He was in 3 Men and a Baby.
Gutenberg?
Gutenberg. It looks like Gutenberg, but I don't see his name on the list. Huh. Anyway. Well, should we wrap this up?
I guess so.
Yeah, I guess we could just keep going and going and going.
Hey, do you think if Intellivision does a reaction video to Breakout, do you think they'll watch all 2 hours of this just to see?
I think it's possible. It's highly possible.
I can just see them going, what the hell is happening here? What happened to our video?
Now, Michael he's got some weird ones out there. Where Laura Ingalls in a dress running in a field of flowers. I've said too much. To which Papa Pete says,
Jesus, what's wrong with you, Garvey?
I can't help my dreams, Papa Pete. Oh, shoot. Ending it so soon.
I just can't wait till it shows up. What's this show called? Let's check out the new Breakout video. And it's gonna clocking at 2 hours.
We may not make the next compilation because they're going to look at it and go 2 hours. I'm not going through 2 hours of reaction video.
What if they took you talking about Bert Convy's IMDb? The great discussion of Grape Ape versus Magilla Gorilla.
It could happen. It could happen. I don't know why, but it could happen. Cracker, listen. Listen close. Flying a plane is no different than riding a bicycle. Just a lot harder to pull baseball cards on the spokes. Oh, Lance. You always know just what to say.
My God. We already have 2 shows this week, and we just did a third now.
Oh, dear Lord. I think we're getting the hang of it.
Yes, I would love a Laugh Olympics game on the Amico.
Well, and could they do some of these other ones like Charlie's Angels? Wouldn't that be kind of fun?
Mm-hmm.
You know? I don't know.
What if they couldn't get the license from Hanna-Barbera and they just did like some rip-off characters like Yoga Bear?
Oh, Snaggleputts.
Oh,
All right, that's the next show. We're gonna come up with replacements
for
all of these ideas that we have. The Flint Bones. Just have two families of skeletons. The Flint Bones.
oh,
Oh man. Whatever. Oh man.
what Hanna-Barbera games were on the Intellivision, Pete? I don't even know. Oh my God.
I mean, this happens. Why does this happen every time? We get this far into it, I think we're done, and then somebody shows up and throws this out. Hanna-Barbera was big on the OG Intellivision. Yogi Bear was in development. Okay. Jetsons. Okay. As Steve Martin says, some people have a way with words and others, oh, I don't know, not have way.
I don't think I've ever heard of the Jetsons game.
Flintstones was in development. I mean, those are all brilliant throwbacks, you know, that a lot of people know, and especially because they did that new
Scooby-Doo.
They did the new movie for Yogi. They had the Yogi movie.
Any chance of Scooby-Doo eating Scooby snacks in that maze?
Of course, you have to.
Just a guess.
You have to. And they have to put Zoinks in there somewhere.
Zoinks?
I mean, that would be a great multiplayer if you're just trying to get Scooby snacks and you're up against Shaggy, Scooby and Shaggy going up against each other.
2-player game.
Yep. Yeah, because, you know, I'd still love to play Maze Craze. Is it Maze Craze? Not Maze Craze. What was the other one? It was the Cops and Robbers game for the Atari. What was that?
Keystone Capers? From the Intellivision one?
Or was there one that was called Maze something?
Oh, I'm sure.
Was it called Maze Craze? Yeah, it was called Maze Craze. I'm getting confused with Crater Maze, which was for TurboGrafx. It was called Maze Craze.
Which was a Japanese arcade game by a different name. And
really? What was the name?
And it's available on the Switch.
Oh, shut your mouth.
Yeah, it's an arcade version of Maze Craze.
Maze Craze, not Crater Maze, but Maze Craze.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. It was a
Japanese Crater Maze.
Crater Maze.
Wow.
Japanese arcade game only, and they brought it over to the Switch. It's like in one of those arcade things.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I got it. It's really
Woody Woodpecker.
That Woody Woodpecker was
We never even mentioned him.
He was a troublemaker.
He was a troublemaker. Real smart ass. Yeah, a game of Cops and Robbers. Yes, that was one I played a lot.
You said all those words, Stuart, just not in that order. You said Cops and Robbers. It's a game. Maze Craze.
All I know is I was doing a project for school, I think it was, or something, and I totally ripped off the artwork on that cover because they had the robber running, and he had his legs way up, like imagine Eddie Van Halen when he'd jump. It was so much like that. The legs were up, like woo, yeah. So crazy.
So Maze Crazy.
Oh, I'm gonna have to do that. I gotta figure out where I want to put my big screen television. It might go against this wall right here. Might go behind me right there.
Ouch.
And then that way I can just do that, and you can see me play the game over there.
I'm I'm excited about moving this summer because that's gonna be a blast. Setting up a little YouTube area.
Is that just your plan, or do you know where you're going?
No, we're moving. We just don't know where we're looking right now.
Okay, all right, that's cool. That's cool.
Here, Mike summed it up.
Well,
perfect.
I'll definitely be looking right by my house. Listen, that would be her insane laugh if that ever happened. Be like,
we might just move into your garage.
hey, do what you got to do, man. Do what you got to do. We'll just make it the Jeff and Stu complex.
The YouTube complex. I like this.
Yeah, that would be it.
I stayed for the laughs.
Well, thanks for bringing us a few laughs and a few queries of how weird is that?
Maybe we should change the title of this video to this. I came for the breakout. I stayed for the laughs.
Do it. If you don't do it, I'll be upset.
I'm going to. That's all.
That's phrase of the day right there.
That's perfect. All right. Mike, you did it. You're the first person ever to name one of our videos.
Yay. We'll send you a t-shirt.
Not of our show.
Give us your address. When everything goes on sale again, we'll send you a t-shirt.
We'll send you an undershirt.
And maybe some skivvies. Boxers or briefs? Or those new ones that are like boxers, but they're tight like briefs. Hello, I'm cooking a gourmet dinner.
Oh. I just think it's so funny. We did a breakout reaction video. 2 hours later, Crow shows up.
Hang in there, Crow's coming. We can't lose out on our Chicago faction.
If this was Wednesday, we'd keep going, Crow.
Oh, what the hell? I got a snow day.
Yeah, my son does too.
That's beautiful. I loved it when my teacher told me today. She said, she asked me at first, do you think we'll have tomorrow up? But before that, she was like, well, we'll probably have Tuesday off at least. So I'm eager to see what's going to happen. So, go. He already did it. Game.
Wait. World record for the breakout reaction video goes to. I'll start it over. Goes to go.
Go back to go.
Wait, go.
Go. I'll do game.
Oh, wait. Okay,
Game.
go.
Oh, sorry. Game. All right, wait. You do it. You start. Go. Game. We both can't do the last one. Gone.
All right. Thanks for
joining in. We appreciate you guys every time. You guys, I mean,
yeah.
The hilarity level just goes from awesome to mega astronomical awesomeness, if any of that makes any sense.
Crow, you didn't
we wouldn't be here without you guys. It's awesome. We love having you guys here. So, and to all the millions of people out there watching, come on back and we'll thrill you with another reaction for 2 hours.
Exciting episode. Yeah, Wednesday we're doing Thursday we're doing the original next level game show.
Right.
And
I've got an unboxing that's going to be coming up real soon.
Ooh, this week?
I think I will do it this week. Yeah. I'll probably just do it tomorrow because I want to get her done, and tomorrow I'm going to be home. So
yeah, perfect.
Yeah, just think about how much weight or how many calories we've all burned on this show already. That's what we should do, is we should come up with a calorie counter on how many calories we burned during this show, which is why we have it go longer every time. Tobler bone.
You can't see it, but I'm on a treadmill right now.
And you can see it that I'm not.
We should both show up with one of those 1950s huge machines. It's got that belt. It reminds me of remember at KRP when Les would do the news from the helicopter, and he would do this. And then Andy said they were going to try to get him a helicopter, and he goes, "Oh, gee, thanks, Andy. My chest is killing me."
Now I gotta watch the first season that I own, even though it's shite, but I gotta watch it now.
Now I'm waiting for my DVDs, my new ones. I'm holding out.
That's the beauty. Yeah, that's the beauty though of having this TV right here. Shaka. That is the beauty of having that right here, because I can just be working on one thing on the computer and have my show going over here. And it's that, that's a good place too. That's a good place to watch those animated shows. I might put on SWAT Cats over here and do that. That was one of the newer Hanna-Barberas that had a brilliant opening theme song. Check it out. SWAT Cats.
SWAT Cats.
So,
all right.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that. I'll have a trivia question for everybody coming up.
We will be back Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Papa Pete.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Toblerone.
All right, let's that be the last word. Toblerone. All right, we'll see you guys Wednesday.
See you.